Hey, hey, this Motel Granite Great. I thought it'd be just best for me to come right back with another episode without even wasting time. I know there's supposed to be rules that you're supposed to follow when you do stuff. You gotta wait, camera, lighting, and all of that stuff. But I've never done anything that way. I've always been emotional, driven, and passionate. But this is another segment of The Joke Is On Me, and this is my Dallas debacle exhibit, which is something that I did from the very beginning, which launched my YouTube world. In my Dallas debacle, I was in Dallas to see a woman, um, to spend time with her, and for the joke to be on me, she never showed up. Now, I had been there a couple times before and had spent time with her, so it's not like I had never seen her. She's come to Cleveland, I've gone there. She's come to Cleveland, I've gone there. And so when I was making an attempt to make the relationship go further, to become something that was profitable for both of us, from an emotional, spiritual, financial, whatever mind state, it didn't happen. That's what started to get me to believe a little bit more, especially after my divorce and all of this stuff. Relationships just might not work. But I want to make the joke be on me, because I've been notorious for making jokes about other people and things that they're going through. I just figured we need to laugh or cry, and the choice is yours. I'm just trying to choose laughter this particular time. But I do cry. But in the Dallas debacle, to make a very long story short, I had a lady, she told me, like the night before, I was scheduled to go to Dallas, to fly down to Dallas. She said, somebody broke into my apartment, my condo, kicked the door in and all this stuff. And then 2 days before that, she told me somebody had stole her purse out of her trunk. So I'm like, me being still naive, like I still am to this day, not aware, and I've had conversations with other people, and they believe that she's just pulling your leg. She was lying about the whole thing because she didn't want you to come. So I'm talking to her. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come down there, and tomorrow I'll be there in Dallas, and we'll try to figure this stuff out together. No, blah, blah, blah. So she didn't want me to come, but me being who I am, saying to myself, I'm gonna go down and be supportive. What would you do? I got a ticket. She knows I'm coming. I'm coming to be supportive. But now it makes more sense to me that the joke was on me, because she probably had somebody else who might have just came back from the Army or whatever, from the Marines, or was back in the neighborhood, or was back with her, and she didn't want us to simultaneously meet in the middle of the night in Dallas, Texas. So I look at the blessings, no fear or nothing like that, because I'm a barbarian, but she didn't probably want me to be in a bad situation. Me coming down there wearing house shoes and ready to smoke a stogie and a cigar and get ambushed. I've seen it happen to a loved one before. Peace to my loved one, Melvin. But so anyway, I get on a hot one, fly down the next morning, and get there sometime in the evening or whatnot. And I'm waiting for her to pick me up from the airport. I'm calling, there's no answer. I'm like, man, this is real. I'm down here in Dallas. No answer or nothing. I got tickets for us to go see Cedric the Entertainer, Mike Epps. I spent about $300 or something like that on these tickets. So I apologize, y'all. I'm a little bit sniffly, a little bit under the weather. I came from Atlanta to Cleveland, got a little bit sick. But anyway, let me get back to the story, so I apologize. But just like they say, the show must go on. So this segment again is on The Joke Is On Me. So I'm down there, and I'm realizing this was the same day the Dallas Cowboys that played the Minnesota Vikings. So I'm looking at the game in the airport, and I'm saying to myself, she's not coming. And so I jumped into action, got me a local hotel, and got me a ride or Uber or whatever to the hotel. And I talked to my dad, God bless his soul. He's passed away last December 13th, but he told me, he said, man, if I was you, I would spend like the $75 to $100 and get on the first thing smoking, coming back. I said, nah, I think I'm gonna stay, man. I got these tickets and see if I can have fun. It was freezing in Cleveland, somewhere like 23 degrees, and snow was all over the place. It was about 80 something in Dallas. So I said, man, let me go ahead and milk this and see how much I can get out of it. I talked to my daughter, and my son, who is powerful, but I talked to my daughter, and she's a very strong catalyst for me as well, and she helped me launch, and my son, they helped me launch my YouTube world. So I created this YouTube right while I was down there in Dallas, and the joke was on me, and I realized, so I ended up going to the concert by myself. So I paid for the flights, hotels, travel, all of this stuff, and I never saw her. I burned about $1,500. About 1,500 of them. But I seen some of my $1 Million Posse dudes burn more than that. So I was thankful that as a small time player, $1,500 loss is not that bad compared to what some other people have got banged for. Now I know there's some cats who are cry if they spend $25 on a meal and want to go crazy. So I'm in the $1,500 category. It was a lesson well learned. It was a Dallas debacle. The joke was on me. And I was sitting in the airport that Sunday when I was getting ready to leave. Lo and behold, I get a message from her, a text message. And the text said, I hope you enjoyed yourself. So she knew I was there, didn't show up, never talked to her since. So the joke was on me, but I love y'all anyway. Much respect. This is Motell Granite the Great with another segment on The Joke Is On Me.